Hello to anyone who cares, my name is Silent and today we are here with the test, Hypothesis Rising. This is the second part to the test. If you remember, I don't know how long ago. I mean, I played it yesterday, but I don't know how far apart these uploads are going to be. But I assume it's the same thing, or a similar thing, where you're being asked a series of questions, quite intimate ones, most of the time, I assume. There's not really much I can say. I enjoyed the first one. Very insightful stuff. So I guess let's just get started, because I have a feeling it's going to be a long one. I talk too much, so it takes ages. And I can only apologise for that. New game, let's go. Before experiencing the test Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you've played its prequel, The Test, first before venturing into this experience. That has been done, yes. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like to urge you to go and play the test now before venturing forward, and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I've already played the test. Wonderful news, we can continue. I am all for it. Oh, you've cleaned up a bit. The teddy bear's gone. You're a different person. Hello and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Oh, you're called Fate. I don't think the other guy had a name. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Oh, the teddy's on the bed. Well, you've done a bit of cleaning. You've moved the teddy to the bed. Help was on the desk before, and those handprints used to be on the fireplace. I don't know how you transferred blood like that, but you're Fate, so I'm gonna assume you're fine. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's toughest questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. Right, Gandalf. Pfft. Sorry. I want to inspire you to be the best you that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow, inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I am going to ask you a series of questions, and you are going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now, it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve, not desire. My bad. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic, easy questions. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. And here we go. I like fate. Fate's cool. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? No, I feel very calm right now. Are you nervous? Not at the moment, no. Wait, did I click yes to feeling uncomfortable? I think I've already messed up. Do you feel cold? I mean, a little bit in my fingers. It's a cold room today. Do you feel sad? Pretty much constantly on as a base emotion most of the time, yes. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Yes, emotionally speaking. Not physically, I don't think. Eek. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes. Have you ever lost a loved one? Yes. I feel like most people have. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? Whew. Well, let me tell you. When I was in year 10, I think it was, so about 16 years old, I was in a relationship with this girl I really liked. And it was really the only genuine relationship I feel I've ever had. About 2 months in, she ended it over text on a Sunday night as well. I mean, come on, Sunday night. I didn't go to school the next day. She had her reasons. I respect her reasons. But man, that sucked. So yeah, I feel like I do know what heartbreak feels like. Do you believe in demons? Yup. Do you believe in curses? Yup. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? In the sense that I believe in the spirit and stuff. I certainly... I think yes. Oh, he got his little candle fixed. Aww. I think so. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Well, I'll tell you, we've had a ghost with us for years. They travel with us. We believe they started off as my younger sister's guardian angel. Not so much anymore. We think she just follows us around. She's pretty cool. But yes, we continue to live in the home despite that. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Yes, actually. Yeah. Once. That I remember. There may have been other times. But that bottle was definitely on that. It was like a little cupboard cabinet thing. And the bottle was on there. And it just kind of went on a walkabout and fell off. That was certainly an interesting experience. Regardless of what you think might have been the case. But yes. Yes. Do you believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? I mean... I guess it's possible. I've never felt worried about that sort of thing. I'd say it probably hasn't happened, but I'd say even a slight possibility is there. Would you like to make more friends? Oh my god, yes. Like, I love horror films. My friends do not. And I have film night with my friends pretty much every Friday. And it sucks not being able to watch horror films. So yes, more friends with similar interests to me would be nice. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Now, I remember this question from the last test. I do consider myself to be a good friend. I definitely feel like I am quite the contender for a good friend, yes. Do you feel lonely a lot of the time? Oh. I didn't see what that said. Do you make friends easily? I don't approach people. Because anxiety sucks. But well, I guess my best friend, one of my best friends of the moment, we met because a teacher just kind of plopped him right onto our table there. And we just kind of instantly clicked. So I think I can make friends easily if I get over the initial anxiety of approaching people. Do you tend to avoid drama where possible? Yep. Have you ever had a near-death experience? I've never had a near-death experience, I wouldn't say. No, there have been moments where I thought maybe I was going to die. A lot of the times it's when I'm a passenger in the car. Terrified of cars. Was in a small car crash, nothing big, when I was in year 6, so about 10 years old. Obviously, to a 10-year-old, it's a bit more of a big deal, and that's probably why I'm so terrified of other cars in the roads, even to this day. So I always feel in danger on the road. That car crash was definitely a jarring experience, but I wouldn't call it a near-death experience, you know? We weren't moving that fast. The other car was being an idiot. Underage drivers and all that. There have been times where I've had like a really blocked nose and I felt like, oh, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow because, you know, I'll suffocate in my sleep. But no, I wouldn't say I've had a near-death experience. Do you like horror movies? Love them. This is all very interesting. Thank you. Have you played the test? Yes. That's the spirit. Thank you. You're cool. Have you played the horoscope? No. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. You've got some humour to your fate. I like you. Do you watch porn? Occasionally. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? No. Not in the true sense of being a hard worker. I'd like to be a harder worker. But I certainly don't work to the best of my ability, either at work or in the stuff I want to do. I procrastinate a lot. I get in my own head a lot, daydream. I want to be a hard worker. That's just something I'm going to have to try and force myself to do as I adapt and grow. I hope to be a hard worker one day, but I'm definitely not one right now. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Oh, so low. Extremely down there. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? Not in the slightest. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? Okay. I don't get around in public. I'm usually travelling by car, in my dad's car, or I'm at home. But if we're putting me in a situation where I am, God forbid, in public, and I'm running late for an appointment, and there is an old lady who needs help across that road, it's not going to take long. I'm going to be just as late for the appointment as I would be if I didn't help this lady across the street. So, yeah, it makes sense to. I'm not really going to lose any more by helping her. And I like old people. They're adorable. And cool. And they deserve to be able to get across streets. Would you kill all of your neighbours' pets just to save one of your own? Ooh. Ooh. I would want to. Anything to save one of my pets. I like my neighbours' pets. All of my neighbours have pets. I'd have to kill a lot of pets. I wouldn't want my pet to die. But I don't think I'd be able to bring myself to kill... Like, we're talking a bunch of... Like, we have so many animals living in the area I live in. I don't think I could bring myself to do it. I would just have to live with the devastation of my pet dying. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? I think so. I have vague memories of possibly trying that. I think I always gave up though. But I think I've definitely tried that in the past. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? Yes. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? I roll my eyes back a lot. I don't think I've ever done it to see if they'd really get stuck. No, I don't think I have. No. But I do roll my eyes back. It's fun. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? No. I don't really think I've ever done proper, like, practical joke stuff. Are you streaming live right now? No, I am recording. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? Yes, I am. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? I don't know if I'd believe you. I know it'd be possible. If, you know, for some reason you wanted to hack into my account, but I don't think I'm important enough for that. So no. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No. Because if I've left a comment for you, I would expect those words to be read. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? Yes. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Do I understand that? No. I really do. Stop being cute. You're in a room full of blood. You don't have any reason to be cute. Are you afraid of snakes? No, I love snakes. I've always wanted one as a pet. I'm thinking of getting a hognose snake at some point. When I've got the room for it. No, I'm not afraid of snakes. Do you believe in magic? Yes, I do. Have you cried in the last month? Oh, yes. Do you have a hero? That's interesting. A hero is... What do you class as a hero? I definitely have people that I idolize. People I would love to be like. Heroes. Yeah, I'd say I do. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? I think I do. Yeah. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? The idea of outdoor activities, I do not enjoy. But when I'm actually doing those outdoor activities, I will find myself enjoying them. It's just having the motivation to actually go out and do them. But yes, I do enjoy them when I am doing them. Would you consider yourself to be lazy? Yeah. Yeah. Pretty lazy. Yeah. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? Yes. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? I'd say a lot of the time I do. I care deeply for friends and family more so than I care for myself, I would say. And oftentimes that does lead me to paying attention to what they need or want, rather than looking at what I may need and the things that I may want. But yeah, I do that. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? I'd say so, among other things. Yeah, I think they would. I'd like to think so. Yeah. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? No. Never would, obviously. But barely ever had a relationship to do that in. But no, I'd never cheat. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? Kind of? Kind of, I think. Yeah. It was a very, very short relationship. I think it was more a relationship based on, I mean, God bless them, but the parents. You know how parents are when you're hanging out with your friends and you're a child. And it's like, those two. And I guess I just got it in my head that we'd be good. I mean, we were children, like young'uns. But yep, he ended up kissing other people. So I think that counts as a yes, but I mean, it barely affects me. Although maybe it does on a sub level that I'm not really paying attention to a lot of the time. It was years ago. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Overall, no. I don't like the idea of judgment. I think when you're so worried about other people judging you, you're not really in a position to try and judge other people anyway. No, I don't think I am judgmental. I see. Are you a hero to someone else? Let's see. I doubt it. I don't think I've done anything to deserve someone thinking of me as a hero. I can't imagine anyone thinking that of me. So, probably not. Do you love animals? Yes. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make shit real awkward? No, I don't use Tinder. And as far as I'm aware, none of my family do either. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, you do you, Fate. I'm not gonna judge. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? Occasionally. I'm not a big lover of it, but yeah. Are you intoxicated right now? No. I'm watching them calories, mate. I can't be intoxicated. Do you know how many calories are in alcohol? Well, that makes one of us. This guy's got a sense of humour. Do you like the phrase sneaky snake? Yes, it's a good phrase. Are these questions a bit strange to you? Yes, but that's okay. Do you have a vivid imagination? Yes, I do. Do you feel uncomfortable in large social settings? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be antisocial? In the sense that I avoid social things. I mean, I'm not going to go around hitting people, if they mean that sort of antisocial. But I'm certainly not pro-social. So yes. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Sometimes I do. I'm still holding a grudge against specific family. Yeah. Unfortunately so. Have you ever urinated in public? That's interesting. Okay. So, when I was younger, about, I'd say 5 or 6, I guess, we were going from, right, so we were going from, I think it was Lancing in England, which is very south coast area, or Fishersgate, which is also along the south coast, just further right, or further east, I should say. We were going from there to Watford, which is around London area, to visit family. And as we were driving, the wheel of our car just went on without us. So we had to pull over on, this motorway. And my sister and I really needed the loo. So we dawdled over into the little forest area right next to the road. Mum helped us. She told us what to do. We crouched over and did the business. And I guess that counts as in public? Does it? I mean, it wasn't in the privacy of a home or a toilet, so I guess so, and cars were passing by. I got to ride in a police car that day. They escorted us to my Auntie Teresa's house. But yes. Yes, I have. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? No. No. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? Oh. I'd say there are many times, yes, where I am selfish. I certainly feel selfish a lot, regardless of what other people say. Even like the idea, even like thinking about things, that even if I don't act on them, I'll feel selfish for thinking them. And it makes me feel icky inside. But I think I do consider myself to be a selfish person. Do you think you've got a big ego? No. 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 Would you consider yourself kinky? We covered this in the last one. I'm saying yes, and the reason still stands. Have you ever masturbated into a fishbowl? I can't say that I have. Well then, you can't be that kinky. Whoa. I'll put it on the to-do list. Would you consider yourself to be religious? To a certain extent, yes. I am a Christian. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? I definitely know what that means. I'm fairly sure I know what that means, and I'm just gonna double check. Just double checking so I don't make a mistake. Temperamental. Come on, my phone is so slow. Liable to unreasonable changes of mood. Yes. Yeah, yes. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it, would you do it? I feel like that obviously I've not been in this situation, so I can't know for sure. But I feel like reason stands that you've got this base instinct somewhere in your brain that will kick in a situation like this where it's kill or be killed, where I mean, I suppose you just go onto autopilot, do what you need to do to survive. I like to think I wouldn't, but I do feel like there would be that switch in your brain where it's like, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm gonna do it. And that makes me feel selfish, you see? I am selfish, because yes, I would. I think I would. I wouldn't want to. I don't like the idea of killing someone who doesn't deserve to die. But selfishly, I don't want to die. So, most likely, I think my base instincts of survival would permit me to do it. Interesting. Hey man, I'm just answering hypotheticals. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? See, this is basically the same question, but you're putting it in a different circumstance. The other one, you're fighting for survival. This one, you are offering your life. If I knew nothing about this stranger and they would remain a stranger, like I wasn't given any indication of what their life was like, you know, who's in their life, what they've done, I can't say for certain that I'm not gonna be, you know, sacrificing my life for someone who's gonna go on to kill a bunch of people. But then again, I can't say that I'm not allowing someone who has a family and you know, a charitable sense of self to live. For a complete stranger, well, I learned nothing about the stranger beforehand, and they would remain a stranger forever. No, I would not sacrifice myself for them. Even more interesting. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? No. No? No. No? No. We did have our flat set on fire whilst I was at school when I was in year 7, so about 11 years old. It was during the transition into year 8, so it was between year 7 and 8, so I was about 11, 12 years old at the time. And the flat we lived in, My sister decided to light a cigarette. Yeah. She was certainly a rebel back then. She lit the cigarette, and instead of she lit the cigarette with the oven. I don't even know how that's possible. But instead of turning the oven off, she turned the hobs on top on. And our clothes that, for some reason, my dad had decided to fold up neatly on top of the oven at the time, set on fire. The kitchen was on fire, you know. 2 fire engines showed up and ambulances and stuff. It was a pretty big deal, but I wasn't in the building at the time. So, no, I've never been inside of a burning building. Have you ever been to a funeral? Multiple, yes. If you could attend your own funeral before you died, would you take the opportunity to do so? Morbid curiosity tells me I would. Not even to do with, like, finding out what people would say, if anyone even had anything to say. Just to see what it'd be like. And, I mean, it'd be pretty fun to show up at your own funeral. Scare the shies out of people. That'd be pretty funny. Yes, I would. I think so. If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? No. No, I don't want to know that. I suppose it could help me prepare for what's in store. But I mean, the main thing... Okay, so... The absolute worst of what's in store for me, apart from things that I can't control and would be completely unexpected, the ideas I have in my head are my parents dying, my siblings dying, me dying, my pets dying, you know, people I'm close to dying, or living on the streets. I can't do anything about any of that. And I wouldn't want to know when it's going to happen. Because then it'd be all you can think about. No, I would not look. If you had the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? Probably, yeah. Although, what would that something be? Hang on. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, come on, think. What would I want to do that I know I shouldn't do? No. Would I? Probably not. Actually, thinking about that... No, I wouldn't. That's fascinating. No. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? Oh, that's a heavy question. I have a couple ideas in my mind. The consequences of that would be interesting. But would I actually do it? Oh. I mean, it could, if it benefited the world, but I mean, stuff like that is going to have dire consequences no matter who you choose. I don't think I would. I don't think I'd be able to trust myself to make the right decision. No. If I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself, would you believe me? Yes, because I don't understand myself at all. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? No. I'm not a violent person. I think I don't know, I think my brain would just shut down. I certainly wouldn't react with violence. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologized to you? On the surface, I would. I don't like confrontation, so on the surface I would, but intrinsically, it's an addiction. So assuming it's an addiction to the point they literally can't help their actions, but then if they're apologizing, they knew well enough that they shouldn't have done it. I think this is where the grudge would come in. I don't think I'd be able to forgive them in my heart of hearts. No. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? I think eventually, maybe. I've had stuff like this happen to me, and I talk about it to other family members who I trust and love more, and I find it difficult. Like, I don't like confrontation, so I don't know. I wouldn't confront them about it directly. I think in cases like that, I've had to wait for other family members to confront people like that. So no, the confrontation would be too much. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Yes. Survival. I'm not just gonna not eat the squirrel brains. I don't want to starve to death. Just hold your nose. Don't think about it. Yes. It doesn't say to what extent, either. If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave and start a new life? No. No. It certainly wouldn't be my first choice. No, I would try desperately to get them to remember who I am. I wouldn't want to leave and start a new life. I wouldn't know where to begin. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? As much as I would love to say that I would, I don't think I would be willing to walk home naked. And that sounds awful, because obviously this is a guy who doesn't have a home to go to. It's not something I would be willing to do. Whether or not I would begrudgingly do it is a different matter, but I certainly wouldn't be willing to just up and walk home naked. No. I mean, what I would do, I know this isn't part of the question, but to my mind it's either buy him some clothes, you know, Or go home, get some clothes, and bring them back to the homeless guy. But I certainly wouldn't just strip down naked in public and give him my clothes. Now I feel selfish again. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? Oh. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about the situation. It's an accident. I don't think I'd be upset with them. I'd be upset at the situation. But if I'm fine, and it was a genuine accident, I don't see any reason to be upset with them. The situation, yes, but not them specifically. Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? No. Maybe you should have been. Maybe I should. But sometimes I just don't look for hidden meanings and stuff. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this other than just simply answering question after question? I'm not wondering that. I know there is. Nah, it's not something I'm thinking about. Miracles happen every day. Do you agree? Every day? Yes. In the sense that every day you wake up is a miracle, technically. Because, I mean, the probability of you dying grows and grows and grows as time goes on, I'm pretty sure. Plus all the other little miracles that go around. You know, they don't even have to be big ones. It's just, oh, that's a miracle. But yeah, I'd agree. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around, and you don't mind getting rained on. Do you agree? Yes. I have not had an umbrella for years. I have not had a coat for years. When it rains, and I enjoy it. Red is a prettier colour than pink. Do you agree? I prefer red to pink. But is it a prettier colour? I don't like the colour pink. But I wouldn't say red is prettier. I'd say red is cooler. Not prettier. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? No. No, I don't. Eating in front of people can be awkward, do you agree? Big yes. Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated, do you agree? No. I think it's nice. Did you realise that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spells out the word murder? No. Do you know why that is? Do I know why it spelled out murder, or do I know why I didn't know? I know why I didn't know. It's because I wasn't looking. Yes. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? No. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have got yourself into? Realistically, no. Same level of attention as always. Did I click yes? Do you realise it's too late to turn back now? Yes, you told me at the very beginning. Oh, hello. Do you hear someone in your room? No. Do you see the shadows closing in? I'm in complete darkness? You're not closing in. Any shadows closing in are already hidden by the constant shadows around me. So no. Do you feel like you're being watched? At this current moment? No. Did you look around your room a moment ago? Yes. Not to see if there was anyone here, but to look at all the darkness that's already around me. I'm not gonna lie, yes I did look. Do you like long walks on the beach? No. If it's a pebble beach, it's rocky and unstable. If it's a sandy beach, you get sand all up in your shit. No. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? I love giving gifts to people. I don't know why. I just love getting things for people. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Yes. Do you love your family more than you love yourself? Yes. Yes, I do. Do you have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends? Yes. I'd say so. I mean, that does call into question whether or not certain friends are actually friends, and why I haven't cut them off as friends. But yes, I would say that I do have a best friend who is clearly better than the rest of my friends. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? Hey, what, why are you asking about the coronavirus all of a sudden? That's not allowed. Stop it. I don't think so. I think it's just one of those things. Do you believe that you're human? Well, I certainly think so. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? No. No. Nope. As much as I don't like being noticed, I like being visible. No. To never be visible again would be awful. You know, if I want to do, musical theatre, I'm gonna have to be visible. But I could make such cool effects with invisibility. I would be hired No, I wouldn't use it. No. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? This comes down to confrontation again. I wouldn't physically stop them. I would probably say, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. But I don't think I would physically try and stop them. Knowing me, I'd feel really guilty and go in and pay for whatever it is they robbed. But no. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Yes. Yeah. Yes, I would. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? I mean, a year is a long time to miss out on life in general. But assuming I could keep my, thoughts and process things as a human would, I could hang around with the family and stuff and then just go off and fly about for a bit and come back, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything for a year. Except for, possible dangers in the wild and... No. No. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death, using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? I don't think I could take on a grizzly bear. I think I value my life more than I value the idea of money, thankfully. I'd find money another way. I don't want to fight a grizzly bear. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? Yes. Genuinely yes. I love potatoes. And there's so much you can do with potatoes. Yes. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? No. I love pizza, but I wouldn't be able to enjoy it if it screams in agony when I eat it. No, I wouldn't continue to eat the pizza. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake, and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? Of course. Of course. I'm not going to let them die. Question is, would they let me do it? My best friend does not like physical contact at all. He would probably tell me to let him die. But I would do it for them. I would do it. Was that question difficult to answer? Not really. No. Do you feel mortal? Yes. Do you enjoy loud music? Yes. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Yes. But that is something I'm going to be working on. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? Yep. Do you ever feel depressed? A lot, yes. You're not alone. Aw, fate. Aw. Do you feel relaxed? Right now? Yeah. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? No. No. Do you ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? Sometimes. I'm going to take special note of that one. You do that, Fate. Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Yes, multiple times, in fact. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes, I do. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? Yes, yes I do. Is winter your favourite season? Yes. Do you know anyone named Josh? I do indeed. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? No. Are you allergic to any animals? Not that I know of. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? Yep. Have you ever been in love? I think so. I think what I felt for my girlfriend at the time was probably as close to love I will ever feel. And when I feel that again, with whoever it may be, I look forward to that day. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Whew. I struggle with it sometimes, but overall, I'd say yes. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? Sometimes, but most of the time, no. Do you feel that you've got too much time on your hands? No, not enough. It sucks. Basically, the thing there is, so along the south coast of England, closer to further west, you have Bognor Regis, and a bit further east, you've got Worthing and Lancing. We live in Bognor, and it's about a 40-minute drive to Worthing, Lancing area. And my mum and I work in Worthing, Lancing, and my sisters go to school in Lancing. And we have to travel there every day, back and forth. It sucks. And we don't really have time for anything. I mean, even recording videos, I barely have time to do any of it. I mean, right now, God, it's 12:30. I have work in the morning. You know? But no, I've not got enough time. Can you be easily intimidated by others? Yep. Are you easily excitable? Yes. Yes, I am. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? I'd say so. They can be enjoyable. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? Yes. Yes, I do. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Nah. I'm pretty low maintenance. Do you trust easily? No. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? Yeah, I'd say so. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Yes. Yes, I have. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Alright, this doesn't change the fact that I'm an honest person, okay? Have you lied about any answers during this session? No. Are you wondering why all of these questions have to do with lying? No. This is all very useful information. I'm glad. Are you a people pleaser? Unfortunately, yes. Do you enjoy being the centre of attention? Right. That has not changed since the first test, yesterday. And the overall consensus was no. Mainly it's the unwanted attention. But when I get that good attention that I'm looking for, probably. But as it stands, no. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humour? Yes, I pride myself on it. Do you frighten easily? Not when I'm watching horror films. Horror games, yes. Real life, yes. I am a stone wall when I am watching horror films, though. But every other aspect, pretty much, yes. Well, that was odd. I wonder what that was about. Don't you fucking dare. That's probably a pretty good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. That wasn't it? Oh, Jesus, okay. This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. You're home alone, it's dark, and it's stormy outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do? Grab the closest item that can be used as a weapon, ignore the knocking and hope it goes away, Ask who is it and wait. Boldly open the door to reveal what's on the other side. I'm grabbing a weapon, mate. Very interesting choice. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches, asking if you can spare some change. What do you do? Tell the man you've got no change left to offer? Tell the homeless woman to share with the man? Tell the homeless man to ask the woman for some of her change? Tell the homeless man that you'll get some more from somewhere? I mean, I'd want to get him something, because I'd feel bad that he's probably just seen me give money to this woman. I'd get more for him. Really now. Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? Give medical treatment to my father so he lives. Give medical treatment to my mother so she lives. Split the medication between the two, even though both may die. I'd save the medical treatment for myself just in case I get sick. Oof. There's only enough medicine and facilities to save one. So it's a high probability that if I try and split the medication between the two, they're both probably going to die. I love my parents. Both great. I feel sick. Oh God. I love my parents so much. I wouldn't keep the medical treatment for myself. And realistically, I have a closer connection to my dad. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching this, I love you so much. But I feel like that's what I would do. That doesn't surprise me. Why not? You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid gold bars and a vial of mystery liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says, "The cure for cancer." What do you do? Turn the case into a professional entity so they can utilize it. Keep the gold bars but give away the cure to cancer. Keep the cure for cancer but give away the gold bars. Keep everything in the case for yourself to sell or use. I mean, I'd want to keep the gold and give away the cure to cancer. I'm assuming that is for medical researchers to use. If I keep the cure for cancer, I could make a fortune off of selling the cure for cancer. But I don't want to profit off of medical treatment. I keep the gold, but I give the cure to cancer away. What a wasted opportunity. What do you mean? I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't judge. Yeah, please don't. You're stuck alone inside of your house, and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food, and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around is your family pets. What do you do? Kill and eat my pets so I can survive? Continue to starve along with my pets? Attempt to cut meat from my pets, then treat their wounds? Let my pets eat me so they can survive until help arrives? I mean, if I'm cutting bits of myself off for my pets, I'm gonna eat some of myself as well. I'm not gonna touch my pets. I'm not gonna let my pets starve. Let my pets eat me. And maybe I can eat a bit of myself as well. I'll cut off a leg. I'm a big girl. We can survive for a while. On me. Why am I not surprised? Because you know I love animals. Come on, fate. Your neighbour's home is on fire. A blazing inferno among smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do? Call the fire department and keep my distance from the home. Start shouting for help and searching for someone nearby. Run into the burning home to try and rescue anyone you can. Walk away, there's nothing you can do. I'd call the fire department, because even if I did want to run in there, you know, hero as I am, there's no guaranteeing I'm going to be able to professionally find these people and get them to safety. If I knew for a fact I'd be able to save them, regardless of, you know, what fatal fate may lie upon me, then yeah. But I'm gonna let the professionals deal with this. I like that. Thank you. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realise it's coming from under your bed. What do? If it's coming from under the bed, it will be my mum, because she sleeps downstairs with my dad in the living room. I'm ignoring that shit. Immediately look under the bed, hide under your covers and wait patiently. Verbally call out and ask who's in your room. Jump out of bed and run out of the room immediately. If I'm hearing a woman cry under my bed... Yeah, I'd do this one. I'd throw the covers and the pillows and stuff between the gap. Like, there isn't a... I'm on an airbed at the moment. But assuming there's a gap under the bed, throw the covers and the pillows down to block her from getting to me and run out of that room. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do? Take the watch and thank him for the gift. Decline the offer for the watch and keep walking. Tell him that he needs professional help to keep his distance. Tell him you already got 3 of them as a toy in your Happy Meal. I would decline the offer for the watch and keep walking. No thank you. Would you now? Yes, I don't need that shit. Sorry, excuse my French. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulders firmly from behind. What do? Immediately jump up and turn around. Scream and stay still in terror. Spin around with a vicious elbow to whoever's behind you. Tell them to squeeze harder. You could use a nice massage. This is difficult. I'd like to spin around with a vicious elbow. However, I have people living here with me, so I just jump up and turn around. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do? I say, Freddy Krueger, get the fuck out of here. Sorry. Jump out of the bath and run as fast as you can. Kick the hand and try to keep it away from you. Give it a firm handshake, maybe even a solid fist bump. Push it underwater and hope that you get some free hand action. No, I'm getting out of that bath. Clever. It makes sense. Maybe I'm just boring. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. A man is standing above you, looking down, telling you to put the lotion on your skin while he watches. What do you do? Scream for help? Start lathering yourself in lotion? Tell him you've got very sensitive skin and allergies? Ask if he'll come down and help apply the lotion. I don't think there'd be a point in screaming for help. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. I wouldn't want to lather myself in lotion. Tell him I've got very sensitive skin and allergies. I wouldn't want to talk back to him. Ask if he'll come down and help apply the lotion. Now, if I did that, I could immobilize him. Yeah. In my mind, this is my way of getting out. Smart choice. Thank you. You're sitting at home, alone, and all of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home, and it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do? Stay perfectly still and watch the door? Look for a weapon around the room immediately. Jump up and try to climb out the window. Run over to the door and open it. I'm always prone to look for something to use. I like that. Thank you. I like you. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? This sucks because I've been that person. Oh. I've been the person that's told the crush, just to clarify. What do you do? Ask them out on a date? Who knows what might happen? Tell them you're flattered, but just not interested? Tell them that you feel dating might ruin your friendship? Ask if they want to be friends with benefits. I mean, it sucks. Because I've been on the other end of this. But you're just gonna have to, set the boundaries. Instantly nip that in the bud. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. You just say no. So you're one of those types. Hey, I've had it happen to me. People can survive it. It's fine. Don't judge me. Your dog starts randomly barking into the darkest corner of your living room. There doesn't appear to be anything there, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do you do? My dogs basically do this every day. Try to calm your dog down by petting them. Stand and stare at the corner to see if anything moves. Walk up to the corner and extend your hand to feel for anything. Walk out of the room and ignore it entirely. Now, we're always trying to calm them down. I'm taking note of that. Okay, you do you. You see a massive spider in your room the size of your hand. What do you do? I lay down and die. Grab something bigger to smash it. Well, I guess we're moving out now. Burn the entire house down. It's the only way to be safe. Try to capture it alive for science. Nah, I'm leaving. Leaving. Ha. Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Tell them you don't want to know any more details? Turn them into the authorities? Ask them information so you can help them stay out of trouble? Try to convince them that they need help. I'm not turning them in. I don't want to be part of it. But I would definitely try and convince them that they need help. I see. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, what do you do? Tell everyone that I love them and to be happy, not sad. Do something insane and crazy. Anything goes. Not tell anyone at all. Just act as if nothing changed. Spend my time on my own, away from others. Nah, I'd want to tell people I love them. Remain happy. Leave good lives. Lead. Not leave. Keep good lives. Lead them. Alright then. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? Go lay down? I'm obviously way too high for this. Give them all the ice cream they can handle. Don't give them ice cream. You're not going to fall for that one. Assure them that you'll protect them and they won't die. They've got a dire warning. See? Kruger, the mini Dachshund puppy that we've got. I can definitely see him trying to pull a stunt like that. I'm going to assure them that they'll be fine. And that they're not going to die. Oh, lovely. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what would you do? Take preemptive action and beat them up first? Tell them you don't think mugging you is a good idea? Get away from them as quickly as possible. Ignore it. You don't know that you aren't just hallucinating. I mean, I'd get away from them. That sounds reasonable. I think so. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do? Help them hide the body? Report them to the authorities? Tell them that they're on their own, but you won't rat them out? Try to convince them to turn themselves in? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just not comfortable with the idea of being an accessory. He'll think of something. He can handle himself. He knows what he's doing. Aww. You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that it's probably just wishful thinking. What do? Call your best friend and tell them that you don't want to go to prison. Turn yourself into the authorities. Drive away and hope nobody saw what you did. Try to hide the body yourself. Nah, I wouldn't be able to live with it. I'm turning myself in. Stop doing that. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, Fate, I'll play your game. Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? I don't want people to fear me. Being loved by all would be daunting, but I don't want people to fear me. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? Oh, that's difficult. I'd rather never get jealous, to be honest. I think I do have an issue with that sometimes, and it causes very annoying situation. Like, I don't like being jealous. Never get jealous. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? High regard. That's a difficult one. I want my parents to think highly of me. I don't really mind if my friends don't. But I'd feel awful if my parents didn't think highly of me. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? I mean, under the sea, you know, there's no saying how deep you have to be under the sea. Push comes to shove, you just swim to the surface. Space is terrifying. I don't want to float away in space. Under the sea. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them. I'm an organ donor. So. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did, but always live in fear of being caught? Oh. I don't want to live my life in fear. Going to jail for 5 years kind of suggests I'm getting out at some point anyway. And, you know, if it does come out that yes, you know, I was wrongly convicted, you get some pretty good compensation money. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate, but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Or would you rather have your dream job, but have to work until the day you die? Now this is interesting. I'm not overly fond of the job I've got now. But I don't want to work until the day I die. I think if I knew for a fact that the job I was in now would give me enough money to retire comfortably in 10 years, I would work so much harder at that job. Because in 10 years from now, I'm going to be 31. That is a hell of a lot of life ahead of me, where I would get to just focus on what I want to do and not have to worry about bringing in money. I'm retiring in 10 years. Would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? I hate one-ply toilet paper, but I absolutely despise the idea of not being comfortable in my own clothes. I mean, you'll spend a lot more money, but just roll it multiple times on your hand. One-ply toilet paper. Would you rather have skin that changes colours depending on your mood, or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Colour changing skin. I don't want people knowing what I did yesterday. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm, or orgasm every time you see a dog? This is a difficult one. I see dogs so many times. I wouldn't want to orgasm that often, I don't think. That would be pretty brutal. And, you know, orgasms are so few and far in between, that I don't think it would really affect my life very much as it stands. Yep. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents, and the only way to get them to switch back was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body, or have sex with your parent in your partner's body? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Just answer the question. I don't want to have sex with my parent. And my parent is the mind. Sex with my partner is always going to be okay. Just put a blindfold on. And earmuffs. And just disassociate yourselves. You're doing it for the greater good. Ugh. Ugh. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. That's fair. Fuck you, but that's fair. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions, as I'm sure you'd agree. Yep. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions, giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which number do you like the most? Why is there never 6? I like 46. It's close to 42. And 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Out of the following options, which colour resonates with you best at this exact moment? Black. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Spiders. Ugh. Out of the following options, which flavour is your favourite? Oh, I like a good vanilla. But mint has been a long time favourite of mine. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Family, friends, money, freedom. I value family. Out of the following options, which could you most live without? I mean, can you live without money? I suppose you could live without freedom. That would suck. It make everything else worthless. I'd like to say money. I'd love to say I could live without money. I think I need those interactions with my friends to stay sane. So yeah. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate? I am brave, I am caring, I am smart, I am attractive. I'm not smart. I'm relatively brave. I certainly don't think I'm attractive. I'm caring. Out of the following options, which are you most afraid of? Living forever, losing my loved ones, dying alone, dying immediately after this test is finished. Losing my loved ones, for sure. We're almost finished, but I've just got one final question for you. Alright, no funny business, man. Taking a drink. Oh, that's better. Have you ever punched a nun? No. You only asked, well, the other guy only asked me yesterday. You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. I'll keep that in mind, Fate. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I thought we had something special. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. Hey Fate, you do you. Aha! Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in your best interest. To acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything, for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more, time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now, imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need, and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that." As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Well now, you just might be one of the most pleasant souls to ever walk this earth. The problem is, you're afraid of opening up and showing people the real you. And when I say the real you, I don't mean the you that your family and friends know. I mean the you that only someone you could trust with your deepest secrets would ever get to see. You see, you're actually a pretty amazing individual, but you think people are going to judge you way too harshly if they knew you completely. My advice to you would be to open yourself up a bit more and actually show the deepest parts of you more freely. Even the parts of yourself that you may think people would find very unlikable. You'd be shocked just how many others are exactly like you, but you're never going to find out unless you take the time to open up to new souls. If you can master this little trait and feeling more comfortable opening up, then an entirely new world of opportunity will open up to you as well. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is reveal. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Thank you, Fate. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. If you do not wish to be a part of the upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all this. And in the third and final installment of the test series, all will finally be revealed. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings, as it helps shape what we do as we work on future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do, thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we would love it if you checked out our other titles on the Our Other Games section of the title screen. After playing the test Final Revelation, the third game in this test trilogy, we also have the Testing Chamber, which is connected to the test trilogy in a very special and unique way. In the meantime, the Advisor is another interesting experience that we'd like to recommend, as it has a great emphasis on player-developer interaction where you, the player, gets to vote on how the story will be written in future episodes. Your opinions and decisions have a direct impact on the development process and storyline of the Advisor series, and we'd love to read your ideas, thoughts and contributions. Again, thank you so very much for supporting us in our journey. We truly cannot show our gratitude and appreciation enough for all you do for us. We hope the rest of your day is filled with all the joy and happiness that you deserve. Randumb Studios. Aww, you guys are so cool. Oh, that was nice. I like that. These games are very therapeutic, these little tests. Feel free to check out our other titles if you wish to support us further. Thank you, and we wish you a wonderful day. Until next time, Randumb Studios. Man, we've made a list of names of those who have supported our projects along the way, and we will be continuing to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? Warning, the list is quite long. Hell yeah! Let's see the awesome people supporting these guys. Thank you to our supporters. Ah, Markiplier! Yeah, I remember watching his video on the first one. These are moving too fast for me to see, but I'm gonna let it just play out. Man, I don't know what it is. There is something just so nice about this experience. Wah 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 wah. I mean, you guys feel free to answer any of those questions down below. If you haven't played the game yet, definitely get it. I'd say it's worth the money. And the music is so nice. You know, all that scary stuff they have going on whilst you're actually playing, and then they just calm you down with this lovely music. Ah, oh, it's nice to see Satan's a supporter. Some very interesting names in this list. I'm glad they have so many supporters. It's nice to see. Although the names moving is hurting my eyes now. They weren't lying when they said it was a long list. I suppose whilst this is going, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'd like to say thank you for sticking around to watch. I know these videos are long. I talk a lot. That extends the time. I do apologise for that. But it's nice to talk sometimes. It's nice to feel like people are listening to what you have to say. I care about you guys. I hope you care about me. Until the next video.